I recently took part in the Agile Confessional podcast with Giles Lindsay. This podcast explores the agile sins people have committed in a confessional format, and for me, there have been many. I have fortunately been granted absolution for my agile sins. However, as penitence, I agreed to confess my 7 agile sins on video to all those who wish to hear them. In today's video, we talk about lust. I have been guilty of committing the agile sin of being lustful, of coveting that which others have at their disposal, as opposed to embracing the resources, and by resources I don't mean people, that were available to me at the time, and focusing on how I can help use these to best serve my teams. As an agile coach with a consulting background, I often come into new companies and have to make do with the tools and processes that they have at their disposal. And for reasons both commercial, security and pragmatic, I don't always have the benefit of accessing or using my favourite tools. And by favourite, I guess I mean the ones I'm most comfortable with or familiar with, whether that be Miro, Jira, Zoom or otherwise. I've wrongfully allowed this to frustrate me and had tried in the past and sought to get these favourite tools of mine adopted or tried to push others into trying and experimenting with them just because for me it was comfortable or because it was a known entity for me, and I've since learned otherwise. How can you avoid committing the agile sin of being lustful yourself? Well, focus on the needs of those you work with as opposed to what's comfortable for you. You might be a Jira expert, you might be a pro at Miro, but you can achieve great outcomes with alternatives such as Azure DevOps, for example, and all of the other realm of possibilities out there if you don't allow the tool to become your focus. Continuously innovate with your own ways of working. It's human nature, of course, to take the path of least resistance and to seek equilibrium and comfort. But in the same way we teach and coach agile teams, we should always be on the lookout for ways we can innovate our own styles of coaching, teaching, facilitating or otherwise. This will keep things fresh for those you work with whilst also challenge yourself to improve. And lastly, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. It may not be your favourite way of doing things, but it is an opportunity to use a new tool, to try a new approach, a different way of facilitating something, or using a different style. And this is an opportunity to hone your skills. Embrace the experiment and try something new. Look out for tomorrow's Agile Sin video where I talk about being prideful. Don't stop believing, folks.